Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Tech with Megha, and I hope you all are doing well. So today's video is dedicated to Microsoft Azure DevOps. And this topic is actually very close to my heart. The reason is that the first thing, or you can say the first project that I actually worked on after entering into the IT domain was Azure DevOps. So it helped me to understand the various DevOps concepts also like Azure DevOps CI/CD pipelines, and I got to know about various Azure features and services that they are providing. So it's a kind of one-shot end-to-end solution. You can say like everything you can perform from like starting from planning till the end of the deployment, everything on a single platform. That's the beauty of Microsoft Azure DevOps. So I'll be discussing about the same, and then in this video we'll be actually performing a simple you can say creating a Microsoft marketplace extension, so that will give you an idea about how we can actually create CI/CD pipeline. So if you're new to Azure DevOps and if you want to learn, so this video will be actually helpful for you to take your first step to the learning about the Azure DevOps. So let's begin the video.
Okay, so we'll have a look at the agenda. So the agenda is we'll be going through what is Azure DevOps and what are Azure features, and then we will be creating an Azure Marketplace extension. So this will be a practical, and with the help of this, you will be able to get an understanding about how a pipeline can be created in Azure. It will give you an idea, and that's how we will be doing it. So okay, so before understanding what is Azure DevOps, we need to have an understanding about what DevOps is. So let's just recall what DevOps is. So DevOps is a never-ending process of continual improvement. It's not a person or a tool or a single person. Instead of that, it's a state of mind and culture where we are moving forward from making the software development lifecycle as efficient as possible by automating it. So that's what DevOps is all about. Now we'll try to understand what is Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps is one of the popular platform in DevOps, and it provides an end-to-end DevOps solution. End-to-end DevOps solution means starting from planning of the project, what we need to do, we will be planning it out till the end where the deployment is done in the production environment. So everything can be done on a single platform. It's like a one-shot solution for your all the DevOps practices. That's what's the beauty of Azure DevOps. And it also allows you to integrate different tools that are available nowadays, and it provides benefits like reliability and provides a dashboard kind of view where you can actually track your work, whatever planning you have done and how much progress has been done. That also you can track in Azure DevOps. And it's try to making your development process as simple as possible, but also automating that. So that's what DevOps, Azure DevOps is all about. So coming to Azure features, so there are various features that Azure is providing, like Azure boards, pipelines, repos, test plans, artifacts, and many more. So we will be looking at these features when we will be doing our practical right now after this. So let's begin. So let's have a look at what are we gonna create today. So we will be creating a custom task marketplace extension. So for this, we would require some of the dependencies and prerequisites. So first and the foremost is we need to have an Azure DevOps organization that you can create from dev.azure.com. And then we require a Node.js, which is having a version 10x or higher. And finally, we require a TypeScript compiler. So these are the prerequisites and dependencies. So this is the folder structure. Coming to the folder structure, you can see here this the smaller the smaller box. So this is called this you can consider it as your home directory. So we will be running all the commands from this home directory, and this home directory is having an image folder. So in this image folder, we'll be providing an image for your extension. Then we have .vsix file, then vs extension. So vsix, so we will be packaging our entire folder and will be creating .vsix file, and this we will be uploading it for our custom marketplace extension. And we have the build and release task folder will be having these sub files within this. So once you have followed this video, at the end of the video, your folder structure should look similar to this one. And finally, this is the task creation. So this defines what are we going to perform today. So first of all, we'll be having our prerequisites install, all the dependencies install. Then we'll create a task, package it, and then we'll publish it. And then finally, we'll share the task with our organization wherever we want to run our pipeline. So let's start. So let us create a folder now and give it a name. I'm going to create a new folder and let's give it as Azure 1. We'll go inside this folder and here we'll create one more that will be our home directory and that's it. We will be giving it a name, so I have given it as build and release task. Let's go back and we'll just rename this to build and release. Yeah. So this will build and release task folder will be a home directory. We'll go within this folder and open a new command line. And here we will be running our first command, that is npm init hyphen hyphen yes. So what this npm command will do is that this will actually create a package.json file. And since we are adding hyphen hyphen s parameter at the end, so it will accept all of the default npm init options. So once this is done, we'll just have a look. So here we can see that a package.json file is already created. So let's go back and so the next command that we need to run is for the Azure lib pipelines. So Microsoft uses libraries while creating the custom task. So we need to add that. I have written the command here. I will be sharing all these commands in the comment section also so that it will be easy for you to just copy it and add it. So let's run this command. Make sure that whatever command you are running, it should be within the build and release task folder. So let this command run. Okay, so that we have done it. And next we need to ensure that the TypeScript typings are installed for the external dependencies. So for that, we will be running one more command. So this is the command, that is npm install. Let's copy it, paste it. So there are two commands that we need to run. Let us copy one more, npm install. Okay, let's have a look at our folder structure. So here you can see node modules is there, package.log JSON file is all is been created. Okay, so now after this, we will be creating the .ignore file. The reason is that it will if we don't create it, it will actually it will actually increase the build time, and checking out the repo will have a longer time been consumed. So for that, we'll run this command. So that is echo node modules, and just will copy it. Go back to our node modules. We'll run that command. Okay, so that's done. And next we will define the TypeScript version that is required to have the TS command to run. So let's go back to our notepad and copy this npm install TypeScript where we will be defining the version. Let's copy it and paste it. That is done. So that's how our folder structure is getting formed. So now that we have created the build and release task folder and we have the required files and node modules within this, the next step is that we need to create task.json file in the build and release task folder. So let's create that. So this is a sample template that Microsoft is providing, and you can also use the same in order to create a custom task. So I'll be providing a link for this so that you can just directly copy paste this file from there. So before creating this task.json, there are certain placeholders that we need to understand. So here, the most important is the line number 4, that is ID task guide. So task guide or your ID will be a unique ID. So this unique ID can be generated with the help of a tool that Microsoft is providing. Let me show you that. So yeah, guidgen.com. So from here, you can directly generate a ID. So every time when you click generate new, so it is creating a new ID. You just need to copy this, go to your file and just replace it. Okay, done. So now the name can be, you can give any name for your task. So let us give our custom, or else we can give our first custom task. And let's copy this and paste it as a friendly name also. Okay, where it is? Oh, yeah. We'll just give the spaces. You can give whatever you prefer to give the name. That's up to you. And description also we can provide it. Mm, first YouTube video custom. Fine. That's okay. Anything you can give. Fine. So now that we have or added all the placeholders, we have replaced that with our values. Let us save this file. So in order to save this file, we'll go File, Save As. So let me go back to desktop, and our folder is Azure 1. Within the build and release task folder, we'll replace it as task.json. We'll save it. Okay, that's done. The next step we will be creating an index.ts file. Okay, so we need to create this index.ts file. So our index.ts file would look somewhat like this. This is also a sample template that Microsoft has provided, and I have taken the same. I'll be sharing the link for you also. So let's save this index.ts file within the same build and release task folder. Save as. This is Azure 1 under build and release. Yes. So this will be index.ts and we'll save it. Right? So we have all our folder structure within this. So now go back to the folder structure. So this is your Azure 1 folder structure. Open CMD command line. Right? So we are in the build and release task folder. Now we need to run the command tsc to compile the tsc file to the JSON. So it's telling tsc and okay, it's not working. So let's see what it is telling. Okay, the example they have given here, let us try that. tsc index.ts. Let's see if this works. Okay, we'll just verify now. Okay, we have the index.js file done. So let us open the PowerShell now. We'll just verify once. What is the path? The path is C users PAVB. So C users PABE, and it's going to desktop and Azure 1. Okay, CD desktop, CD after desktop it is Azure 1, and in Azure 1 we have build and release, right? Let us see what it is. Fine. So we are in the correct path. Okay. So the command that we need to run is node index.js, right? Okay, so here you can see that it is actually printing us the result, and the result is been printed as task result is failed. And the reason is that we don't have any input string. So we haven't provided any input string to that. So let us provide an input string. We'll give it as an environment variable. So env environment, and it will be input sample string, and the sample string will be welcome to Azure video, right? So we have said that. Let us run the command again, node.index.js. Okay. So now you can see that it is actually printing us the hello, welcome to the Azure video string. So it's working actually. So let's move on. So now we will be creating an extension manifest file this step. So what is an extension manifest file? Microsoft has provided this sample template and we'll be using the same. I will be providing it in the links. So what is this file actually doing? So this file contains all the information about your extension. Like it includes the link to your files, it includes the link to your task folders, and also the images. So your extension will be having an image, and so for that, this is the link that they have provided here. So it's a kind of information about what your custom task is all about. So before adding this file, let us create an image folder, and we'll be creating it here. We'll go back in the home directory. We'll create a, so we need to create a new folder here. Let us go and new folder, and the folder, what should be the folder name? So let me just minimize this. It's the name is images. Let's go back and make it small. We'll change the name. So where is rename option? Here it is. So it is images, right? And we'll just get a sample image. We'll take the image of any flower images. That is also okay. Images. Fine, we'll take any image. Oh, okay, there are plenty of flowers here. Let us take this. Save image. We'll save it under the folder that we want to save it, Azure images, and we'll save it as it is first, then we'll rename it. Okay, so what is the name that we have given here? The name we have given here is this. So let's Control C and go back to your folder. Okay, we'll just rename this to extension. Done. So we'll create the publisher. Here you can just click on Browse Marketplace. Click on Publish extension. So for creating the publisher, we'll just click here, Create Publisher, give the name ID. So I have already created it, so I won't do that. And the publisher name that I'll be giving is this, New Easy. Go back to your folder and just replace it with this. Okay, fine. And we need to save this file as vss-extension.json. So let's save it. So we'll be saving it under the home directory. I mean, outside of the built-in release. So I'll give this name and save this. Done. So we have our image and the extension JSON file. Fine. So now the next step is that we need to package our extension and publish it. So in order to package it, we'll be running this tfs extension create command. Copy that command and we'll go to our folder structure. So this is our folder structure, and just open cmd. We'll paste it. All right, let us see. Okay, it is telling us that no such file or directory. Okay, there is no image. Okay, fine. Let us have a look at the images. Okay, the image is there. Fine. Let us get one more image from Google. Um, okay, letter image. Fine, so we'll just copy any one of them, save images, and right, Azure images. And what was the image name? This one, right? Copy that, go back. So, where was we saving it? Here. We'll give it a file name. .png, save it. Okay, for some reason it is not allowing. We'll delete this. Let's see if this works. We'll go back and run the command. Okay, yeah. So this works. Sometimes the image like doesn't work, so because of some security reasons, I'm not sure. So you can change your image. Let me go back. Azure, and yeah, you can see new AZ build and release task 00.1.psx has been created. Now this extension will be using it to upload it in our Microsoft. Let me go back to our extension and publish extension. Fine, so we'll click here. We'll be uploading it from Azure DevOps, and we can drag and drop it anyway is okay. Fine, so what is my folder name? So my folder name is Azure 1, this one. This is added. Yeah, that's done. We'll just share it with our organization, right? Okay, what is my organization name? 1 second. Share.com. So the organization name is Meka Listing. Go back, give it a name, enter. That's done, right? Click it again, viewer extension. So click it on get it free, and so once you click on get it free, it's already there. And if you're doing it for the first time, you can do it like you can just install it. You'll get another option for this. So let me open my organization again. And so, okay, if you're new to dev.azure.com for first time, if you're creating, you won't get any options like any organization here. This is, I have created it. If you want to do, you can just click on new organization and you can give it a name, and that's an organization is created. So how many organization you, whatever organization you'll be creating, so that will be showing here. So just click on the one that you are using, go to the pipeline section. So this is the Azure feature that I was talking about that Azure is providing. Same way we have the repos, we have the boards, then we have the dashboards. So let's go to the Azure pipelines and we'll create a new pipeline. So click on new pipeline. So wherever is your code that you can use it, but we don't require it right now. So we'll use the classic editor option right now. And here you can select the source, if it is GitHub, Azure Repos, others, or whatever it is. And you can also select the repository and the branch if you have created. So we'll keep it default setting, whatever it is, and we'll just continue. And if you want to write a YAML, you can select this. Similarly, depending upon your project requirement, you can select the feature that they have providing here. But for us, we'll use the empty job. So this is a kind of like where you can just drag and drop. So in order to do that drag and drop option, click on this plus sign. And here you can search whichever task you want to add. Say, for example, if you want to add shell script or PowerShell. So just type whatever you want to add a task, whatever commands you want to run, and just you can just add, drag and drop here. So let us give the name of our task. We have given it as our sample task. Okay. Sorry, it's our first custom task. Just add it and okay. So this our task was to just echo a sample string, the way we tested it in PowerShell, right? So this should also do the same thing when we run the pipeline. So let us give a sample string as welcome to Azure DevOps video. Fine. So we'll save it and queue. So testing and save it and run it. So let's see. Okay, the job has been started. Let's wait for the job to get completed. So this is as simple as that. And this will actually give you an idea about how you can just understand Azure features. It's a kind of first step to learning Azure DevOps. And it's very easy and like very easy to understand things. So let's wait. Okay, it started. It's checking out project and now it's gonna echo and finally, yes. Yeah, so we had provided the string as hello, welcome to Azure DevOps, and it has been printing, right? So that's it. This is how you can create a simple custom task. So this is just displaying a string. You can also integrate this custom task with other tools and try to like you can actually say, for example, you can actually scan Docker images, private and public images for vulnerabilities. So that is also a way you can do it. There are plenty of ways you can try to search it and do that. So let me show you some of the features like boards. So boards, it's something where you can actually create new items. So if say, for example, in a project there are 4 to 5 people who are working or more than 10 people are working, so we can assign a feature if it's an issue, if it's a user story. So I have created theme and so here this is a bug. And let us see the test plans, sorry, the test pipeline that I've created. So here in this way you can see the state of it, people can add the comments for it, and in this way a track can be maintained. So this is a kind of one-shot solution for the DevOps practices or DevOps steps that we will be performing. So any project team member can like have a track on it. Okay, where we have reached and what are the things that have been performed by the members of the group. And that's what boats is all about. And yeah. So here you can see the active, resolve, close, whichever task has been performed. Same way you have repos, same way you have pipelines, same way you have artifacts. Artifacts is the one that when the pipeline is successful, we have artifacts being generated that you can see here. And we have test plans also where you can actually like if you are testing something like for example robot framework, what are the test cases, like how what are the failed and the past scenario, so you can have everything a scenario here. So that's what an Azure DevOps is providing you, and you can just start working on it simply just by signing in. So you just need to go to dev.azure.com and sign in and then start creating your organization, and that's the way you can do it. um, so thank you for watching my video, and if you like it, please do like, share and comment. And if you have any issues, if you have any query, please provide that in the comment section. I'll try to reply as much as possible. So thank you, have a nice day.